Today I will explain you about multi-level inheritance in Java using VS Code. What is multi-level inheritance? Multi-level inheritance is a process of acquiring the properties and methods from a derived class into one subclass. So if you can see, like we have one superclass called E, then its subclass called B, then its subclass called C, then D, like that. So it's just like a ladder. Suppose if I take A, B and C is a subclass that has been derived from another derived class that is called B. Why I'm saying this derived class means B is already derived from A. So that is why I'm calling one subclass is derived from another derived class. Is called as the concept of multi-level inheritance. If you can see this diagram, we have parent class, that is superclass. Now its subclass is child class 1. Its subclass is called as child class 2. Now this child class 2 is extending the features from child class 1. Now this is called as a derived class because this class is already derived from the superclass. So since it's already derived, now this particular subclass is deriving from a derived class. In that sense, it is called as multi-level inheritance. And there is no restriction like only 3 levels need to be there. More than 3 levels can be there. It's based on the requirement of the application. So a subclass, there is only one subclass, is derived from another derived class because it's already derived from the parent class. If you just compare with single level inheritance, we have only parent class and child class, one subclass, one superclass. But here it's not like that. One subclass is deriving the properties from another derived class since it has already derived from the parent class. Now, coming to the syntax of multi-level inheritance. Now, as I said before, any class in Java is going to start with the class keyword followed by the superclass name. That's the first class is becoming the superclass. So you write the superclass name and followed by, in the following flower braces, you can write data variables, that is instance variables and methods, which belongs to superclass. Now one more class I'm writing again with the class keyword. Now it is becoming subclass. So you write the subclass name. Then you write extends keyword for inheritance. Then the superclass name, what you already written there, that we need to write. That means this subclass is deriving the features from this superclass. So this is called as derived class now. Now you write the instance variables and methods which is related to subclass now. Now coming to the next level, again we use class keyword followed by subclass name 1 I said, and it is extend the features from subclass. So whatever the derived class is there here, that you need to write here, and this is becoming the subclass for this derived class. So one subclass is derived from another derived class is the concept of multi-level inheritance. So if you can see the hierarchy, subclass 1 is extending the features from subclass name, and this subclass is extending the features from superclass. So if you have like these levels of inheritance where you have the possibility of deriving the features from another derived class, then that concept can be considered as multi-level inheritance. I'll show you the demonstration of the multi-level inheritance in Visual Studio Code. So you need to have the prior software of Visual Studio Code. You need to install and keep it ready, and just type in search bar and click Visual Studio Code. Now this is the environment for the Visual Studio Code. Okay. Now we'll create one folder here in order to save the files. So here you have the option like new file and new folder. Now I want to create a folder. So you just click this icon, new folder, and it's asking the name of the folder name. So I'll write like Java VS9. Now that is the folder name here. You can see you got. Now inside this, you just click this so that arrow points to the downwards like this. Okay, and inside this you want to create one file. So just click this new file now. This is the right hand side of the folder. This is a file, and under this I'm typing like multi-level demo1.java. Now here I'm writing one application like class, followed by I'm writing class name called A. So the class name could be anything. So I'm writing class A, and here I'm trying to declare a variable called x, and I'm giving some value called 10. Now I'm writing one function called void show, and in that I want to print the value of x. So if you can see system.println, the value of x in class A I want to print. So whatever I've assigned 10 now, that I want. So this is one class with one variable and one method, and this is becoming a super. Here I'm going to take one more class called class B. Here I need to extend super class called E. Then I'm writing integer x equal to some 30. Then I need to print, maybe I'll write void display. Okay. Now here I'm writing system.out.println the value of y. The value of y is y I need to print. So this is one more class. Class B is extending A. B is subclass and A is superclass. I've taken, I'll change this one to y because already x we have taken. Y equal to 30. Then in the display method, I'm trying to print the y value. I will take one more class, class C. Extends. I need to extend B. Okay. Then here I'll take some integer z equal to some 40. Then void, I am writing something called show z function. Okay. And here I'm writing system.println of value of z in class C equals so and so. So one in class B I'm printing y value, class A I'm printing x value, and class C I'm printing z value. There are three values. So this is multi-level. C is extending B, B is extending A, okay, and A is a superclass. So now I need to write main class. So class, I'll give the same file name multi-level demo1 dot not dot. So now here public static void main. Then here I need to create the object of class B. So if you can see the subclass C object equal to new C. Now C is a subclass in the multi-level. So we have created one object called C obj equal to new C as a object called ob. And now I'm calling ob.show, which displays x value, obj.display, which is going to call y value, obj.show z function, is z value. Now just save this file and just check whether you are getting the proper output or not. Here you have a run code button. You just click this. Okay, you are getting some. Okay, don't select this. Again rerun. Now here you get the output now. Value of x in class A is 10. Value of y in class B is 30. Value of z in class C is 40. Because we have given one is 10, one is 30, and one is 40. Again I'll rerun. So you get 10, 30, and 40. Now if suppose we're trying to change the value here, because that is a static value what I mentioned. If suppose after this line I want to change it, so you take same obj object dot x value equal to, I'm making it as 100. Okay, after assigning 100, again I want to call obj dot show. So I need to, earlier it was 10, now I'm making it as 100. Similarly, I'll take same object, subclass object, and I make y as 500. Then again you print obj.display. So one function before you just print what is the older value also you need to get. One after changing you print. You can remove this one. Now for void show z, I want to just check obj.z equal to some 600. Then again call obj.showz, show z function. Okay, so earlier it was 10, 30 and 40. But what I'm doing here is, see, for this line you get 10. Now again I'm changing the x value. But one thing you need to understand here is, the obj what you're writing is the subclass object only. You're not writing superclass. But since inheritance has been there, by using subclass object, we can call this superclass methods and variables. That's the thing what you're doing. Now the x is a variable from supermost class called a. Obj.x equal to 100. Then again you call whether that is reflected or not. Similarly, you call display method where y is printing as 30. So this one, I can make this as a comment here. Okay, you get 30 value. Then you are changing y value to 500. Again, you are displaying that. Similarly for z also. Z is initially 40, but I'm making 600 later on. And again, I'm calling a function. So just save and run and just check any changes are happened or not. Okay, now value of x in class A is 10. Then again, I modified. You got 100. Y initial value was 30. And after modification, it is becoming 500. Now z value is initially 40 and value of z after modification is 600. Okay, so like this you can change the value also of the variables what you have been defined in this. Now here the thing is, it could be a derived class which is nothing but b here. It could be a super class, topmost class, no problem. The low subclass, whichever is been the last low level subclass, that can derive the properties from all the upper classes. That you need to understand. Okay, now this is one application. I'll try to show another application. Now I'll write multi-level demo 2.java. Okay, now here, before going to this, I'll just take class. I'll take add. Okay, and here I'm taking two variables. Directly I can write a function like integer add. Here I'm taking x comma into y. Okay, and I'm writing here return x plus y. Okay, this is one class where I'm doing addition and the return value is an integer. So I'm writing x plus y, so because it's an integer. Now one more class I'll write class add extend, not add, subtract. Subtract extends add the super class. Okay. Now here I'll write int subtract and return x minus y. Simple. Now I'm writing one more class multiply. Just I'll write capital letter multiply extends subtract. Okay. Now here I'll write int mul in short, then int x into y, then return x into y. So here also I will make it only short form. Okay, and here okay, no problem. So here if you want I'll make it as addition. Right, so three classes. We have write multiply. If you want one more, plus divide extends multiply. Okay. Now here I can write something called float and return x by y. Okay. So four classes. Now here I write addition. Okay. Then multiply, subtract, so and so. Fine. Now the main class you need to write like public static void main. Then this last class is divide, no? So you create an object of divide, obj equal new divide, and now I need to call the functions, not only the division but also all other classes, right? So here I'm writing addition. Now I need to pass the values. Okay, so once I create the object, I need to pass. So addition of, or I'll write addition concatenated with obj dot add of 5 comma 2, 5 comma 2. Okay, then now similarly I can go for subtract. Similarly I can go for multiplication. Similarly I can go for division. Okay, and your answers will be displayed here itself, right? Just we'll save the application and we'll run and check whether we are getting the answer or not. Now here you can see the addition 5 plus 2 is 7, 5 minus 2 is 3, then 5 into 2 is 10, and 5 by 2 is 2.5. So here we are following the multi-level inheritance, where addition is a superclass, from that subtract is derived, from that multiplication is derived, multiply, and from that divide is derived. But when you see here, we are following only the subclass object is able to call addition function, subtract function, multiplication function, and division function. Okay, so in this way you can develop a number of multi-level inheritance applications. Okay, I hope I have given some input on multi-level inheritance. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you.